Good evening, I'm Brady Gallagher. Coming up in the newscast, 2 Kutztown football players were arrested this weekend, and the director of Morning Joe talks to KU students.
And I'm Steve Majiri with an update on KU wrestling and women's basketball. We also have Emily Roman with your Kutztown weather forecast and Haley Bianco with Hollywood Minute. Newsbreak begins now.
Two Kutztown University football players were arrested this weekend in connection to last week's violent attack at Bloomsburg University. Several students were injured and one remains in critical condition. According to authorities, last Saturday night, a group of KU players showed up uninvited to a Bloomsburg party. An argument quickly escalated to a street fight. Bloomsburg student Jackie Lithgow tried to break up the fight but was allegedly beaten by KU student Angel Cruz. Lithgow hit his head on the pavement and was knocked unconscious. According to university officials, 4 Kutztown players involved in the fight were suspended from the football team. Angel Cruz has been arrested for aggravated assault, simple assault, disorderly conduct, and defiant trespassing. Justin Wider was later taken in for the same offenses, and both were taken to Columbia County Prison. Jake Wygant and Eric Condren have also been suspended from the team. Some people are concerned how this incident may affect Kutztown's image.
I really think that it also just it goes to show you how some people just don't care, and you know it's just a shame to see that happen because there's a lot of good people in Kutztown. So.
Lithgow remains in critical condition. Family members have posted a blog with updates on his progress and requests for prayers and support. You can follow his recovery story at prayforjackie.com. Tomorrow from 4:30 to 6 p.m., a smoking cessation class will be held. The President's Roundtable collaboration with Council on Chemical Abuse is holding this event to inform students the dangers of smoking and ways to quit. You must call COCA to sign up for this event, which will be held in Old Main, room 158. On March 8th, from 5 to 9 p.m. in the Shafer Auditorium, Lambda Sigma Upsilon hosts Judgment Day. Step and stroll teams from the Tri-State will compete to raise money for their philanthropy. The event is free and the doors will open at 4 p.m., but the show will only start at 5:30. Last Thursday, Allies, Black Union, and the Psychology Club held the Marriage Equality Dance in the multi-purpose room from 7 to 10. The dance promoted marriage equality, complete with a mock wedding, cake-cutting tradition, dancers, and free pizza. I was at the dance. Why weren't you?
I was on the other side of the country, so that explains a lot. We'll be right back after this.
Kutztown University, the place you chose to spend your college days. Friendships began, memories were made, and dreams achieved on graduation day. Time moves on. New faces come and go. But one thing remains. You can always come back home.
Well, Steve, it's been cold here in Kutztown.
Not where I've been. I can attest to that. Emily, what's the weather going to be like?
Well, I know you're all hoping to hear for some nice warmer weather coming our way, and that's exactly what we will be receiving starting with this weekend. However, we just need to finish out the rest of today and tomorrow. But today, with the sun being out, and it felt like it was high in the 30s instead of just being 28. Now, still make sure you're all bundled up for tonight because it's going down to 17 degrees. Tomorrow, even though the sun won't be out, it will be still warm with almost a high of 40 degrees and just a low of 25. Now for the 5-day forecast, The warmer weather starts on Saturday with a high of 45 and just a low of 27. On Sunday, the sun finally comes out with a high of 40 and just a low of 28. Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be partly cloudy, but a high of 47 and a high of 50 on Wednesday, with temperatures just only low in the 30s. And for Wednesday, expect some rain, but a high of 48 still and just a low of 23. So the warmer temperatures are here throughout the week, and they should be here to stay. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Emily. Last Friday, Director of Morning Joe, TJS Freya, came to Kutztown to talk to the electronic media students. He was invited to speak by his niece, Nicole Marshall, who is an electronic media major. TJ gave his professional insight and gave advice to the students on how to jumpstart their career. Do you want to
The
stay?
biggest advice that I would have is to get a great internship.
Casey.
Being in this business, it's really important to get a hands-on of all the different aspects of television production. You know, there's so many different things going on that it's hard to just, oh, I'm going to focus on this. Well, you don't know that until you try it, until you're a part of it. So finding an internship that piques your interest, that you're going to enjoy, and really putting yourself out there and being aggressive and showing initiative is going to go a long way. You know, and then you're able to get a hands-on of all different aspects of the production.
I think today went well. The overall, there's a good turnout. Everybody had a lot of good questions. Talked to him about the internships were a big thing. He enjoyed talking about it. He loves talking about it and helping out people. Yeah, I think it was overall a good day.
Tomorrow, Shafer Auditorium will host the three sisters of the On Trio. Angela on the violin, Maria on the cello, and Lucia playing the piano, and Nai Ni Chen Dance Company, Temptation of the Muses. At 7:30 to 10, the On Trio will perform with Asian American choreographer Nai Ni Chen's Dance Company to create a night of beautiful chamber music and dancing. Chen said, and I quote, "The whole work is like an impressionistic painting, where all the colors mix together." Now let's go over to Haley with the Hollywood Minute.
Hey guys, Haley here with this week's Hollywood Minute. All right, so first in the news today, we have a story about Aaron Carter, which is surprising because I haven't heard anything about him in years. Carter recently tweeted an old pic of him and Hilary Duff from when they were dating over 10 years ago. In the tweet, he complained about losing the love of his life. According to Twitter, Carter plans to spend the rest of his life trying to get her back. This reburst of love was triggered by Duff's recent split with husband Mike Comrie. We will have to wait and see if Duff accepts her invite to Aaron's party. In other news, Drew Barrymore, Cameron Diaz, and Reese Witherspoon might be the new Charlie's Angels, or maybe they were just taking a cooking class together. E! News reports that the three gal pals went to Napa Valley in Northern California to experience the cooking of Italy at the Culinary Institute of America. That's all I have for you in this week's Hollywood Minute. Next week, there will be no Hollywood Minute because the news team will literally be in Hollywood ourselves. Check back in 2 weeks for the next Hollywood Minute. Now, back to the news desk.
So how do you feel about the Carter-Duff relationship?
Oh, Aaron. Coming up next in sports, the wrestling team is heading back to nationals, and women's basketball looks to continue their playoff run. Stay tuned.
If you're anything like me,
If you're anything like me,
if you're anything like me, you have some interest in communications. And electronic media is what it's all about. Whether you're interested in radio, television, video cameras, lighting, directing, screenwriting, or any type of editing at all, it's all some form of storytelling.
Kutztown University does a great job making us understand the importance in that.
Your first semester here, you're taking classes that are also workshops, and before you know it, you begin creating.
The courses here get equipment in our hands right away and give us a realistic feel to what a profession would be like.
You're shooting video, recording audio, and truly producing something of your own.
Our professors provide us with all the tools necessary to become a professional.
We have a fully equipped studio and a control room,
2 Mac labs, multiple editing suites,
P2 cameras, DSLRs,
lighting and grip kits, and audio recording studios.
It motivates us to really learn by making the education a fun experience.
You work together with other students throughout the process and learn how to collaborate within a group, which is important.
The industry demands working with others.
In order to fulfill the major, the students have to complete an internship.
Normally our last semester before graduation, the staff helps you line up an internship that requires a minimum of 30 hours a week.
We're basically working a full-time job and in a realistic setting, working with professionals and learning the field firsthand.
It's a networking opportunity as much as a job opportunity.
Kutztown stands out a lot in that way. Not many other schools require such a thing, and it's a great experience.
The students carry and represent the school's name, and it's neat to become a part of such a good reputation.
That reputation influences our job search. Employers know our school and know what we are capable of.
So if you're thinking of where to spend your next 4 years of college and you're thinking you're a little bit like me,
And you're thinking you're a little bit like me,
think about how worthwhile of an experience you want.
Think about the electronic media department at Kutztown University.
Kutztown University.
Kutztown University.
Kutztown University.
And now sports, where the KU wrestling team is headed back to nationals. Senior Evan Yanilevich, Junior Ziad Haddad, and Junior Bo Candelaria will all make the trip to Columbus, Ohio in 2 weeks to compete with the nation's best. Haddad and Yanilevich both won their respective weight classes, while Candelaria finished third in his weight class. Yanilevich is coming off a dominant performance at regionals, where he won all 4 of his matches, 2 of which were by fall and 2 by major decision. The senior holds a record of 12-1 in a season riddled by injuries. He's only the second Golden Bear ever to qualify for nationals 3 times and looks to be the second to finish top 5 at the nationals twice. He was also named the tournament's most outstanding wrestler and looks to improve on his finish in nationals last year. Ziad Haddad has laid waste to his competition this season, as he has not surrendered a takedown all year. He stands at 21-0 on the year with 5 decisions by fall, 6 by major decision, and 2 by technical. The North Carolina transfer looks to improve on his 4th place finish at nationals last year with a better performance this year. Bo Candelaria is the newcomer to the group. The junior is 11-1 at the 165 weight class ever since making the change from 174. He delivered the match of the tournament at regionals, as he was down 1-0 with seconds to go before he mustered an escape and tied the match at the end of regulation. In the second overtime period, he mustered up another escape and was then given 30 seconds of riding time to secure the win. Nationals begin the weekend of March 14th. Now to women's basketball, where the Golden Bears finished off their season with a heartbreaking loss to PSAC rival Westchester. The 6th-seeded KU squad was not even expected to be in the position they were, as they pulled off an astonishing upset over Shippensburg in the first round the previous week. Notably, the win marks Janet Malouf's head coach's 300th career win, as she is only the 4th coach in PSAC history to achieve such a feat. The Golden Bears led for a majority of the first half, but ran into trouble when Westchester switched to a full-court press. However, KU did not yield and went blow for blow with the Golden Rams until the final buzzer. KU will return its entire roster for next season and will have 4 seniors on the squad, most notably forward Avia Campbell, who was recently named the PSA East Defensive Player of the Year, along with being named to the second All-PSAC team. Campbell set the new school record for blocks in a season with an impressive average of nearly 3 a game. Her average ranked 2nd in the PSAC and 13th in all of Division II. With her anchoring the defense and a strong group of young players, this Golden Bear squad future looks bright. That's all for sports, and remember to log on to KUBears.com for all the latest in KU athletics.
That's all we have for you tonight. We'll see you again very soon. Be sure to like our Facebook page and follow our Twitter to keep updated with upcoming news from Kutztown University.
For Brady, Emily, Haley, and the rest of the crew,
Good night.